Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. And yeah, it's been a little while for me. I was meaning to do this reading before June began, so I'm a little late, but I really wanted to get this in because I haven't done monthly readings in a while. So yeah, today we're going to be doing June 2025 and looking into areas like just yourself and your development, love and connections, career/finance, whatever resonates with your situation. So yeah, let's get into it here. Remember, it's a general reading. If you want a personal reading, the info is below, and please only watch if it calls to you. So here are the 4 options for our June monthly reading. Okay, so group number 1 is the chakra bracelet. Group number 2 is black tourmaline. Group number 3 is the evil eye ornament. Group number 4 is the cat totem, and this deck here, I probably won't pull too many cards from it, but I did want at least one. This is the Woodland Wardens. Okay, so you can pause if you need to, take as much time as you need, and whenever you guys are ready, I will see you at your reading. Hey everyone, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 1, which is the chakra bracelet. So for your month, let's take a look at just, I'll say maybe the overall energy or just like the energy of self, and then I'll really get into the details with the rider deck. Spirit, this reading is for group number 1. Please and thank you, our chakra bracelet group. Can we just have one overhead card for their month? Just what message do you have for them as a start? Thank you. Okay, so group 1. You got the bee and pomegranate productivity. This is such a good vibe. I love this feeling. This is a lot of joy and energy, busyness in a good way, hopefully within balance, right? There's like a literal sweetness here that I'm feeling. And they also said feeling alive or awake in some way. That sounds nice. So I just wanted to get this starting message. I will leave this here, but so obviously things can fluctuate within an entire month, but this is a great sign as a start. Okay, so as I mentioned in the intro, I'm going to be getting 3 different areas for your month, and the first one is self, just basically how you'll be doing, you know, like your own development, your own energy and emotions and stuff. Spirit, moving forward into just this month, June 2025. What energies, please, are coming towards group number 1 in the area of self? Oh, okay. So it does look like there could have been, or still could be currently, some stuckness. I'm not getting a total blockage, but a feeling of kind of being, it's not stuck, it's sticky. That's such a weird way that they put it, but I kind of got that impression that there's like some resistance energy that could be pulling some of you down. I don't think it's permanent at all, especially given that we have the bee and the productivity there. Oh, perfect. So this should not last for longer than a week, 7 to 8 days-ish. And since I'm doing this reading a little late, this means you're probably already halfway done with this energy, if it's even there at all. Because some of you might not be affected by it, but if you are, just know that this is going to end very soon. That stuck sort of hesitation, sticky energy, whatever that could possibly mean. It's kind of funny because I thought of the honey and the bee, so I don't know. So moving forward, what energies are coming towards them in self just for this month? Thank you, thank you. This is going to be a really great month for you, I think, in terms of your relationship with yourself. There's a lot of self-kindness here. There's like, here I kind of feel like getting along with your inner child, or being in flow with yourself, your imagination, creativity, visions, warmth, things like this. And this is just you with yourself. So regardless of what's going on in the outer world, this should still be there. I'm feeling a lot of openness, this imagery with the flowers as well is making me feel like you're just basically opening up in many different ways. So yes, this is going to be a big healing month for you. I'm feeling with this whole vibe, it's going to last around like at the month can fluctuate, but they did say something like 3 weeks. So I'm thinking on average, you're going to feel pretty good this month. Obviously, there will be a few highs and lows because that's just natural. But I think that the overall and overarching energy of this month is that growth and is that self sort of harmony. So that's wonderful. Oh my God. Speaking of harmony. So yeah, this is really, really good energy. So it's like it went from like this child kind of vibe to even like, I guess it's showing almost like the growth and progression of one's life as a whole. Really fortunate there. So this is you also looking into the ways that you can extend that harmony into your outer world, into the relationships that you have, the path ahead of you, all even into the future. Not that you have to really worry about that right now, but that is kind of what I'm feeling there. So again, good news all around, lots of ideas coming to you. And then you're going to find that most likely by like, I would say maybe the 4th week, you're going to actually be stepping out of, or how can I put this? It's like, you're stepping outside of some line or some box, I kind of feel like they said, and you're taking swift action towards something. So whereas this over here could have been ideas and abstract energy, you are crossing over into action or more solid intention. It's hard to say what this is going to be about though, because this could be something that could end up like a surprise, honestly. They may not tell me what it is. I'll still check in case. But if they don't reveal what this is because you're meant to have this idea around the 3 to 3.5 week mark of this month. And this is meant to be, I believe, a divinely inspired kind of idea. I call those the spoilers that I can't give because it would really defeat the purpose. Obviously, some of you are curious, but that's, it's really your guides not wanting to spoil the thing for you. So this is exciting. It looks like there's a lot of determination here. It looks like something, even for most of you, there's something that's going to click and just suddenly make sense. And then you're like, almost like, why didn't I think of this before? And then you're just going to go right for it. Okay. I don't know if it'll show up in your other areas as I keep going. Speaking of, I should probably move this along. Spirit, anything else about self? Final message. That's pretty much it. You're not going to be rushing into anything. In fact, some of you are probably going to even be sort of, I don't want to use this word, but like kind of triggered into caution. Like some of you may kind of want to pull back because you're like, okay, wait, let me not move too fast here. Whatever speed you want to move is totally up to you. But I do feel that some of you are going to want to exercise a little bit of caution because of obvious reasons. Like, this is just very swift, very definite and determined energy. I'm really curious as to what this is about. So let's see if they do give us some hints. I'll probably forget this because when I channel, I have like amnesia. So I'm trying to take a mental snapshot here. So yeah, this is wonderful energy. Let's take a look into your other areas of life. Oh, remember, productivity. So it could definitely have something to do with like, like a project you've been working on, a life goal, a spiritual goal. It's really connected to that. Spirit, can we have in the area of either love or connections, whichever one resonates with their situation now, moving forward into just this month, what energies are coming towards them in love/connections or like, yeah, friendships or relationships? For group 1. Okay, I don't know why we're upside down here, but let's see. We'll take that into consideration. It does look like something is going to be revealed, or maybe not yet. It looks like, if anything, there's something that is kind of, what they gave me the image of is something that's just coming to the surface, but it's not yet. So it could take a while. I'm going to see if this is like the beginning of the month, but there is something that needs to come to the surface for you guys. It's a little bit unclear because there's different perspectives watching and whatnot, but it could be with, I'll say, any significant relationship/friendship that is relevant to you right now. So if you're just focusing on one person, it even could be yourself. Like, the feelings are coming through here. Oh my God, this is like the biggest tease ever, but they're showing me this vision of, I think, like this water, right? And they're showing me something just bobbing, like just barely bobbing to the surface. And I have no idea what this is. But there's something that is going to be revealed. This does seem like emotions, something with intuition. There's just this big reveal that they're kind of like dangling it. But something right now could very well be, I don't know if it's dormant or hidden, sleeping. Again, there's many different perspectives here. So let's see, Spirit, what is this? Thank you. So it's definitely a realization of some kind. For others of you where it's past that point, it could be an actual external change too. So what does this mean, Spirit? What's coming towards them in love and connections in this month, June 2025? I do think 90% of you, it's going to be some sort of change, some sort of obvious change in either like as a whole, this area of your life, or again, with one specific connection or relationship. Yes, it could be more than one, but really just take what resonates, because this is just showing me the energy line itself. Now, this one is interesting. This does look to me like there is some... It does feel like an illusion, but I'm really struggling to see what kind, because again, that's exactly what we saw here. So, okay, I'm going to word this in a specific way. I'll say someone, whether this is you or someone you're connected to, has been in an illusion, and that is coming to an end probably very soon. It's not guaranteed by the end of this month, even though that's what I'm looking at, but sometimes that happens. But this energy is really strong. There is some kind of an ending of a cycle coming through here. From what I can guess, because I'm not getting, like, I'm hardly getting any information because of the nature of this. But from what I can guess, something unserving, something dark, heavy perhaps, or like illusion-based, is soon going to be done with. And it needed to be done with. It needed to pass. It needed to end. That's why the Tower card is here. So whether this is a realization or even some outward change and shift, sudden, abrupt, intense, could look like a conflict for some of you. It definitely needed to happen. It's just showing that it was meant to happen. That's kind of how I'm seeing this. Spirit, moving forward into just this month, what energies are coming towards them in love and connection? Thank you. Or. See, where this is going to lead you, ultimately, is it's showing that this shift is going to lead to some sort of opportunities and pathways opening up. Some of you may have multiple. This is going to be tricky, because if you're not sure generally how you feel, or like what is your, let's say, your truth or something, you're probably going to be overwhelmed and confused. But I would take this as an opportunity for, like right now, to begin to explore your own truth. So what I mean by that is, like, let's say it's a relationship or a friendship or a situation that really you could sense maybe, for example, wasn't right for you, or something was off about it. Here it looks like towards the end, something is going to shift, I guess, kind of whether you take action towards it or not. Like, it's just happening. So here, there's all these pathways suddenly opening up. It's showing you all of the different things that could be. For those of you that more, like, I guess, like, if you have more clarity, if you know yourself a little bit more because you've been really seeking that clarity for a while, you're going to know exactly where you're going. You're going to know exactly where you belong. Others of you, please do not worry about this, because you are going to figure it out. It's just going to take some exploration, like I said, because you can still see here that there's some confusion, pollution, if you will. Now, finally, here we have the Lovers and the Nine of Cups. So this is why I spent so much time on this card, because I can see where you're heading. Again, it's a little unclear the timing here. So if this does need to extend outside of this month, it will, and it'll go into July most likely, even for a smaller number of you, August. But it is showing us the foundation of what's being set here. You're leading yourself towards your happiness. So regardless of your current situation, because you could be in a situation or you might not be in any type of situation, the outcome is still the same. You're still heading towards this specific feeling, which is happiness, fulfillment, knowing your truth, knowing where you belong or with whom you belong, something like that. And this is regarding your outer world. Okay, so like we saw with your area of self, there is harmony here. There's the growth of harmony, a feeling of security, and I am feeling also home, like a feeling of being home, or at least getting towards that, because obviously everyone has different timing, but this is stepping towards that feeling of home. I think I have to leave this there. I know this was a lot to take in, but is there any final advice for them for this month? You just have to focus on being clear and honest and direct with yourself first. If you feel like you already are, double check yourself, because there could be some things that are still coming to the surface, as I mentioned. Then the next step, whenever you're ready, whenever you feel called, would probably be to communicate clearly with anybody, like whether it's someone you're involved with, in whatever capacity, and even like your guides in the universe, so that you can claim your happiness, so that you can claim this path. I hope I made sense just here, because it was very confusing. You can let me know if anything. So don't worry, you are heading towards a very, very good place. Lots of happiness. So in terms of the next piece is a career/finance, whatever resonates. Let's see. Spirit. Now I'm moving forward into just this month. What energies, please, are coming towards our group number 1 chakra bracelet in the area of career/finance, whatever resonates for their particular circumstances. Thank you. So here we have Queen of Pentacles. So all right. It does look like, I hesitate here because it feels like a heaviness and a restriction that I'm not sure if it's in your situation or in maybe your own mind of like anxiety and fears and just feeling held back. Obviously, it could be both. What's coming towards them the rest of this month for this area. So yeah, I am feeling like there is this strain. I think it's a bit more internal, which then could be, I'm not sure what's the chicken and egg here, but it could be affecting your outer world. So for example, if you have a lot of fears and feelings of insecurity and feelings of scarcity, that could of course affect your outer world by keeping you stuck and by preventing you from manifesting something, for example. I think that you're going to be handling things well, regardless of what's going on in your situation. You're going to be continuing to work on you and focusing on whatever steps that you can take to improve your situation. But it's also a little bit of, sometimes it could be that you're wanting to maybe distract yourself a little bit. And some of you even could be maybe avoiding something. There is this huge fear here, or whatever this is with the Devil card. It's a very strong energy. It could even represent a situation or a person. But whatever is the case, this is not a good energy for you. And I think your guides are asking you to definitely wake up in a sense, and specifically wake up within your own power. And I'm going to say confidence and feelings of self-worthiness, right? Because that directly affects this area of our lives. Because like, for example, if you live with this underlying belief system that you're not worthy of prosperity or respect or whatever, you're going to really be feeling that energy drag you down constantly. So I think that that's what this is. So they're asking you to maybe look at that and hopefully realign yourself if possible, at least to start that. So what else for career and finance this month? Thank you. So there will be some opportunities. I am seeing that here. This is completely random, probably not going to resonate for almost anybody, but they said for some reason March 7th. I have no idea why they said that. I don't know if something happened on that date. It can't really be talking about next March, so I'm assuming it's talking about something that could have happened in March for some of you, or maybe they're hinting at 3/7. I don't know, but please disregard if it doesn't resonate. So with Page of Pentacles here and Page of Wands and the Ace of Swords, we are seeing something here. I don't know if for a smaller number of you there could be some positive potential partnership, right? Where you're speaking to someone has this bright idea, they're, someone's like, hey, let's work on this together. If it's not like that, it could just be a regular type of a conversation that's inspiring, and you also see an opportunity for either growth or actual physical prosperity. So that's going on as well. That's nice. Like if you're not, for example, if you're not working right now, this could be really interesting because maybe it's some way to make your life easier in an environmental sense, obviously like a financial sense, but if you are working, it could be specific to your work. So there's going to be plenty of guidance towards like the middle to end of the month with regard to your career and finances. There's a specific guide. The letter A comes up for me. Maybe, I don't know, it could just simply be your angel. But they are going to gift you with some kind of insight. So probably the second half of this month, I would definitely, I don't know, like you don't want to obviously like force it or look too hard for it, but maybe keep it in the back of your mind that there is something coming here. So if you have been thinking of something lately with regard to this area of your life, they're showing me you're going to receive a visual sign for this. Most of you. I should say those of you who typically do receive signs in that way, because we all kind of, I think, receive signs differently. They showed me it could be something like, for example, a truck passes by and it has like this obvious thing that is a synchronicity of what you were thinking about. There could be numbers involved as well for some of you, but otherwise it could be an actual word or even color or something like that. That's going to happen. And I think when that does happen this month, maybe, again, they're giving me the number 3. So either it's the third week or something like that. I think what's going to happen there is it's going to give you more motivation to especially pull you out of whatever's going on here, because this energy is where you're stuck. You're feeling more like captive, like I can't get out of this. I can't really do much. Oh, whew, I love this. This is amazing confirmation. And then I couldn't help but notice on the bottom of the deck, I also got the 3 of Wands. So again, the number 3. So Ace of Pentacles, and this is where I'll kind of wind this down. So Ace of Pentacles, as you can see, it is happening towards the end of the month. Now, it's not a guarantee that you're going to have the new opportunity, like, physical sense in this month, but it is showing that the energy is really, really, really building towards this point. So for example, this Ace of Pentacles, for some of you, it will be a direct offering of some kind, but more so if the timing calls for it. So for example, if you already put in some, I don't know, like paperwork or applications or requests in any way, this can come towards you this month. Others of you, it looks like it is going to take more time only because the energy only shifted like kind of later in the month, right? So with that Ace of Pentacles, this is something very blessed coming to you. I wish I could tell you a little bit more about what this is, but they don't really want to say much. But there could be more of an energy of like collaboration, getting help or support. There's some really good conversations happening towards the end of this month. That I do feel is happening regardless. So one other person could be involved, or more than one person could be involved. It's just showing like, again, like this collaborative effort, but either way, whatever this is, you will benefit from this directly. So Spirit, do we have any final messages for group number 1, Chakra Bracelet, for this month, June 2025? Thank you. There is still, and this is true, I think, for all of us, that there's still some healing that needs to happen because this is heavy on you. So I'm not sure what's going on, but if this is something from the past, something from the present, the message is still the same. Definitely spend as much time as you need to work on your own sense of healing, self-love, compassion, which again goes back to your first spread, which was self. And you do succeed. You do succeed for sure, but just be mindful that this does need the time and space to be done. Any way you want to heal, go for it, whether it's chakra healing or, something more therapeutic, just spend the time is what they're asking, okay? So group 1, kind of like a packed reading. I hope it resonated. Please do let me know below. And if you want a personal reading instead of this general one, the info is below. And if you're new here and enjoyed this, please feel free to subscribe. It really helps my channel. Thank you guys so very much. Sending you many blessings. And I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye. Hey everyone, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 2, which is the black tourmaline. So from the Woodland Wardens deck, I'm going to just grab one card. I kind of want to see if there's an overarching energy or message here, and then I'll get into the specifics with the rider deck. Spirit, this reading is for group number 2. Please and thank you, our black tourmaline group. Okay, Spirit, what is your starting message for them for this month, June 2025? Please and thank you, our group 2. What is your message? Thank you, Spirit. Let's see. Found it a little hard to focus when I just did that. That's probably just me, though. Ooh, you get the beautiful cat here. It says the cat and lavender, independence. Really nice message. So I'm not sure yet how this will resonate for the entire month because things could fluctuate, but I was kind of drawn to the little white fur patch here. Kind of looks like it's the heart space. So I'm wondering if there's 2 messages for you guys. The one is that there could be this sort of like, I think, unconscious direction that you're taking this month. It feels like you're just feeling something and you have no idea of it. You're not aware of it at all. It's not even subconscious. I said unconscious because I just feel like you're floating on the breezes of the universe or something, and like you're drifting along seriously like a leaf in the wind. That's kind of what they showed me, and you're going to end up somewhere where you need to be. That's a very specific message, very interesting. Please let me know if that does end up resonating, but there's no way that anyone could even be aware of that when it's happening or plan for this, so you might have to come back if it does happen. But the second message that you got here from the Independence card is what it sounds like. There's a lot that you guys could be doing by yourself or for yourself, with yourself this month. And I do feel like it's going to be a positive thing. Some people might not think it sounds positive, but I think for sure that this is something either that you wanted or you needed, and you're just going to go ahead and just try that out. It's not really talking about the ways that it's going to end up, but I think that this is a really great energy for you and self-development in general, which leads us to the first category. Spirit, now I'm moving forward into just this month. Into June 2025. I can't believe it's already June, my God. Spirit, what energies are coming towards them in the area of self? Self, please and thank you. Okay, so this card did kind of flip out. So yeah, this fits perfectly with this message. I mean, look, you can even kind of see the similarity. The cat, I mean, not really, but like I always think of cats as loners and powerful like that. So you are the magician. It's not showing me anything of the outcomes. It's not really showing me where this is going to head. But this is enough because this makes sense, because you're going to be creating your own outcomes. You're going to be manifesting and taking action and creating all the outcomes. And it doesn't mean it's going to always be exactly what you envisioned or wanted, but I'm not really getting that that's your aim anyway. I think that if anything, for most of you at least, what I'm feeling is like you're just wanting to stand in your power, and you succeed in that. I'm getting a strong energy for this within the first 2 weeks of this month. After that, if a shift does happen, I don't know where it's heading just yet, but I feel like this is important. You're starting off strong. You're probably already in this energy, in fact, because I'm posting a little bit late here, but I do sense they're giving me the word, I guess it's like headstrong, it's focused, extremely determined. There is an aspect of leadership as well and passion that could be relevant here. So again, pairing it with the Independence card and the fact that you chose black tourmaline, which I always think of protection, I'm wondering if that's something that that's involved here. Maybe you're trying to protect yourself. You're trying to protect your peace. You're trying to protect your goals and your visions. Maybe prior to that, people, I don't know, like maybe people or even the world kind of seemed like it didn't support that. I don't know if that's the case, but Spirit, moving forward into just this month, please, self, thank you. Now, interestingly, there's this softer component here. This is more emotional, spiritual energy, very creative. This seems like, yes, you are doing all of this. That's all there. But now it's also including the energy of your heart, your soul, and your intuition. You're doing really well for yourself here. You're getting so much stronger, even by the day, is what this is showing. So the whole thing with this year, this year has been absolutely insane. I don't know if maybe we hit a turning point because a lot of things have been shifting for a lot of people. I do think that this particular time of the year is significant for you guys in particular. And we kind of seek confirmation here because this is number 6. That's the month we're looking into. So in addition to all of this stuff, whether it was because of that or this is coming next, but the 6 of Swords is here to say that you're moving on. You're gliding and sailing away from just nonsense. Things that didn't fit you, things that didn't serve you, things that were heavy. Just everything that wasn't needed. I'm feeling a gliding kind of vibe of freedom. Not like the Fool, but this is literally like water where it's just this smooth transition into better things. Peace. Let's see, anything else? And then I would say this is maybe more so around the 3-week mark or so. The passion energy is really rising. I'm not sure what it is that you're focused on, but it probably kind of goes without saying for you guys where you are a passionate person. So absolutely you are headed in the right direction because you're following your passions. It could be one specific goal, it could be many, and this could just be like a vibe of being like having a zest for life, excitement and passion for life itself. And you, oh my goodness, you're confirmed that you're heading in the right direction for sure. So I would assume that for most of you, there's gonna, like, you're probably just gonna naturally need more time for certain things to unfold. If it's more of like a shorter term goal, we do see success for you in this month. If it's more of a longer term goal, you're going to probably see it in like sections, and you're definitely seeing some pieces of your success, like the step-by-step process. But if it's not like something you can observe in that way, then again, this is confirmation you're heading in the right direction. This is really, really wonderful. I don't know if I was a little nervous. Maybe you guys were a little nervous, but I think I'll just leave that there. So hopefully I remember that as I move forward into the next sections. So love / connections, friendships, you know, whatever is relevant right now. We'll see. Spirit, now and moving forward into the rest of this month, June 2025, what energy is coming towards them in love / connections? Please and thank you. Any significant energies or things we have to be aware of? Okay, I don't even know what I'm looking at, but so I'm not seeing an immediate person or situation come through. So either it's not anyone specific you're thinking of, or it could be everyone, like kind of like the whole situation involved. What I'm seeing here is a general vibe of you or someone really surrendering and letting go and kind of reorienting themselves, maybe like reorganizing their thoughts, trying to understand how they really feel about things. This sadness and I don't know if this is like anxiety and sadness specifically, but it also could be release. It also could be like someone here can't take any more of this, like whatever's going on here. So what does this mean for their connections or their situation, their specific situations if they are in, for the rest of this month, please? Thank you. Someone really just wants freedom here. Someone just really wants to not be burdened by this heaviness, whatever's going on here. This is extremely heavy. And I do feel that there will be this this joy and lightness, because we did already see plenty of that movement in your previous spread. So I'm assuming that maybe some of you, this is going to be up to you and your free will if you have to make some decisions. Okay, I'll just say that whatever you feel called to do in the near future, that you will be 100% supported by the universe and your guides and yourself, like your higher self even. So I guess the advice would be, do what you have to do, what you feel is right to do for your path and for yourself, and like what's best for you. We have Wheel of Fortune at the bottom to confirm that. I mean, it's not being specific at all. I think it's mainly because everyone has either a different situation or or like there's no one specific that needs to be mentioned for this. So anything else? What do we need to know? What's coming towards them in love/connections this month? Some of you may have already cleared out an energy of either a situation or a person or even multiple people, right? Yeah, that's kind of the vibe I got from at first, and then this card did confirm it for me, the Nine of Pentacles. It looks like you're just trying to focus on yourself, regardless of your current status. And this is something I think that's needed. I think that the moments that you do step into your own bubble is when you have clarity that you don't normally. Okay. So they're being vague, but anything else? I think for a reason. Maybe some of you have really been contemplating, like, the question, what is it that I really want? What is it that I really need for my future? Again, I'm feeling that heaviness. How does this translate? Well, for some of you, it translates to, again, like you may have to free yourself from either a situation and energy or a specific connection. But it's up to you. I'm certainly not telling you what to do, but I mean, I feel the heaviness here. And with the Ten of Swords, my goodness, I'm kind of speechless. Like, yeah. And it's weird because you did get 10, 10, 10 here. I'm like, it's very, the energy is just like slowed down completely. So it kind of gives me the impression that something is on its way to happen regardless because the energies are gearing in a specific direction in your highest good right now. So you just have to kind of go with it. I mean, obviously if it calls to you, it's up to you. I feel like you're just going to go with it because you're surrendering, or someone, something also could be surrendering and just letting this continue forward. Is there any other final messages or advice for this category of love and connection? By the end of this month, for sure, especially they gave the number 4, so it could be the 4th week, you're going to have absolute clarity. You're going to have your answers. So although they're not telling me what those answers are, you can be sure that it's coming to you regardless. I'll kind of say that it's whatever answers you were initially seeking, worried about, burdened by, and with that information, you'll be able to take that next step, which could be action, which could be making a decision, obviously. But it'll make you feel better, though. But it is going to happen towards the end of the month, I feel, for most of you. For a smaller number of you, it could be right in the middle of the month. So it kind of just depends. So please let me know how this resonated, if anything, because even I was, a bit confused, but I hope it made sense. So for the final piece, we're going to look at career/finances, depending on whatever is your current situation. So just take what resonates. Spirit, now moving forward into the rest of this month, June 2025. What energies are coming towards them in career/finance, please and thank you. Black Tourmaline, Group 2. I don't know if some of you are kind of waiting on something, but I'm not feeling action being taken immediately this month with regard to this area. So it's either you're waiting for something, or you're sleeping on something, or you're waiting for the right time, or something is just at a lull currently. But let's see how it unfolds. I don't know if you have something up your sleeve here, but that was a little suspenseful how the cards came out. So something is, I feel, growing and strengthening in some way towards a shift of some kind. This is also a little kind of vague in terms of the energy. So let's see, Spirit, where are they heading? So I think that they're saying, it kind of goes back to your earlier spread of the self category, because it does look like you're still trying to determine something. You're trying to maybe weigh your options, and at a certain point, I do think that you're going to stand up for yourself or push for something in some way. Some of you, if you're dealing with some deeper traumas regarding your finances or career aspect of life, there is going to be some delay here if you're not aware of it. If you are aware of it, though, it probably will become an opportunity to do some perhaps deeper inner child healing. Because, for example, if you do have an inner wound, again, I think I might have said this before, it does impact our outer world because it makes us believe that we can't have prosperous things or positive things or blessings sometimes. Spirit, now moving forward, what's coming towards them in career and finance this month? Thank you. Group 2. I think you are wanting to have a conversation with someone this month, but it's more at first happening in your head. You're really racking your brain trying to come up with answers even for yourself in this area of life, I think. And so it is still connecting to your sense of power and worthiness. I will tell you that right away. So if you do want change in this area of your life, they're actually calling upon you now to unblock your solar plexus chakra and possibly, I would say, your root chakra too, because the root chakra has to do with feeling secure, and then the solar plexus has to do with like feeling in your power and worthiness. Because what I'm feeling is in this area of your life, at least for right now, you could be feeling a severe sense of lack and just, yeah, like this sorrow even. I'm not sure what's going on here, but this, I think, is your opportunity to really get in there and do some deeper unblocking and healing so that you can see the observable results of what you want for your own prosperity and career path and all of that. I feel for the most part you will have a really great attitude about it, but it's going to take you some time. So that's why we're not seeing a ton of shift here in the outer world yet. It's coming though, because you're like, I kind of get this sense that you're needing to grow your strength first. I think that resonates for some of you, right? That you're really needing to gain that strength, maybe gain that courage to either have those conversations or push for something that, like, you're standing up for yourself or something. Yeah. Any other final messages for career/finances for this month? This is definitely a to be continued category for you. Some of you are also just simply wondering if you should move on from something and the way that it was. And you will, like I said, I think you will figure it out. This energy is honestly the area of your reading that I felt was like the most hesitant, you know, kind of, I'm getting this impression of like you kind of retreating back into your shell. Like it kind of spooked you a bit here. So yeah, I would definitely say that there's some things to look into with perhaps inner child healing. And if you want, this is something I tell many people, especially lately, if you want to do something towards that, you can close your eyes and visualize that you are speaking to your child self and maybe giving the child words of encouragement and safety, and just see how that feels. Because it, as I often say, the wounds, we can't really speak to the wounds in the present because they don't live in the present. They live in the past. They live probably within childhood or some area of the past. And that's, in my opinion, the true way to do the healing. Final messages for group number 2 about anything, please. So yeah, there not a lot of messages here with this last category, not too much going on, but like I said, you're really, really building. So see how it goes. Let me know if that resonates. Your final card here is the Queen of Pentacles. So overall, we are seeing that it's not really moving drastically in any direction. It's more kind of like staying where it is. And you can ask yourself, do I want it to stay where it is? Do I want it to stay in like that comfort zone? Even like, it might feel like a box for some of you. And if you don't want it to stay that way, then maybe to tap in to your inner sense of power, solar plexus perhaps, right? And then watch it grow, watch the fire grow, okay? So group 2, very interesting reading to say the least. Lots of stuff came up, so I mean, I hope it resonated, I hope it was helpful. And if you want instead a personal reading, the link is below. But thank you guys so very much. And if you are new here, feel free to subscribe, it really helps the growth of my channel. And best wishes with everything, okay? And I will see you guys next time. Take care, bye-bye. Hey everyone, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 3, which is the evil eye or the evil eye ornament. So I'm just gonna grab a starting message card from the Woodland Wardens, and then I will get a lot more detail with the Rider deck. Spirit, this reading is for group number 3, evil eye. Please and thank you for June 2025. Spirit, what is your starting message, please, for group 3? What is just one thing that you'd like to tell them as a start? Thank you. 3. Okay. Okay, so obviously this card looks a little like, I guess, intimidating. I don't even know if I'm saying this right, but it's the Vulture and Asphodel upheaval. Okay, so I'm sorry if you guys have this deck and I never really use the guidebooks, but sometimes I do choose to do it intuitively. Honestly, this is reminding me of the Tower card because of the word upheaval, but obviously that doesn't mean it's solely a negative thing, but you know, with the Vulture, it does give off the vibes of something, I guess, that could be considered negative. So with upheaval, boy, this probably, I mean, this month is probably going to be a lot for you, but let's see the types of changes. I'm getting that there's going to be changes of any kind. So it could be changes that you really needed and changes that you weren't expecting, but ultimately I am feeling were for a very good reason, a very good purpose. Whoop, see, can't even hold the card. So let's get into it. So let's see, Spirit, this, oh, I already said that. Spirit, now and moving forward into just this month, June 2025, what energies are coming towards them in self, their own energy and development, please? Yeah, that's what I'm seeing here. You have 2 number 4s, and one of them is obviously reversed. And what it looks like is something is trying to come out of hiding or blockage or like awaken in some way, and this is within you. That's why I split up the categories, because otherwise I cannot deal with the confusion. So there's going to be something that is going to get moving within your own energy. Could be within something in your mind and your subconscious, but overall it's your energy. Something is coming out of stuckness. And for this reason, my friends, you might experience a lot of ups and downs, okay? I can easily comment on this because I just went through this. Please do not be alarmed. For me, I realized after like way too long what it's called, okay? So I looked into it, and I have always aligned with the idea of chakras and chakra balance, but then I got into learning a little bit more about chi and the, you know, our inner life force, our energy balance in that way. So many of you, because of the shifts, and these are really intense shifts that's happening within your energy and framework, it is going to feel up and down. You might feel like really, really high one day, and then it just kind of crashes after a certain point, and then you lift back up again a little bit. So if that's the case, if you do start to feel like that, then maybe it would benefit you guys to look into what I was just mentioning, which is chakra balance as well as balancing the chi. I mean, you know, knowledge is power, right? So you can check it out. There are videos for all of this stuff, including some ones I've been looking into recently called Qigong. It's spelled Qigonng. So I do hope it could be beneficial to some of you. We have here the Hanged Man. You're like so done with something at this point, and this is early on. Some of you might already be experiencing this if you're usually like ahead of the collective wave, but others of you, this is happening within the next, I would clock it at 3 days because they did say like this is like the first week of the month. So this is happening soon. You're so done with something, meaning like an energy that was so heavy, a thought process that didn't serve you, even like a whole situation that you're just like, enough already. Okay, I am getting it's like exasperation. That's what this feels like, and you're just like so done. Like, I don't even know what this could be talking about, but it's a good thing for you because it's going to lead you to success. Like, you're walking away. This is on the bottom, I noticed. Like, you're walking away from something in such an obvious and significant life-changing way. That's the upheaval. See what I mean? So sometimes it looks a bit scary, but you know, I kind of feel like overall the universe leads us in the right direction, and our guides obviously in the divine. So yeah, that's the vibe of this month for you guys. Is there anything else significant in self that we need to know? Because they may not want to say too much more. They want you to, I think that your guides want you to really just sort of jump in to this month with your own clarity and energy and decisions, and it's all you. Like they're totally giving you the wheel here in a sense, and saying like, you got this. You can, like, you got this in terms of your decisions. Like you can decide what's best for you. I'm getting a feeling of empowerment, and yeah, like they kind of also showed me something like passing the torch. So you're holding your torch now. You're holding your torch of your own inner fire and passion and direction and everything for your own path. So yeah, that is obviously a big deal. I don't know how you felt prior. I don't know if you felt like you had no control over things. So this is going to be really exciting for you. Yep, I'm not surprised to see this. Again, we have the vulture, and you know, vulture tends to show up when it comes to death. And so we have the death card, and you know, you guys probably know by now that I often look at this and I do see a death and rebirth, right? So the death card means ending of those previous cycles, and then when we have the death of anything comes the rebirth of the next thing. So we have here looks to me like sunrise. I am feeling sunrise. Okay. They did also show me this image of a candle being snuffed out, so that could represent the ending of like, I don't know, some type of past energies. I don't know if some of you, there's some past life significance here too, where maybe there was like a cycle, there could have been something with karma, maybe. But the same thing still stands. There's this new beginning. Any final message for self, and then we'll get into your other categories. Yeah, there's definitely going to be something to celebrate here internally. So this is either with yourself and just feeling more joy, feeling more lightness, feeling even more of a connection with probably your spirit team and stuff. And you're going to feel a bit elated around this time frame, which is coming very, very soon. So, oh my goodness, that was really intense. So let me know how that resonated, if anything. Let's take a look at the next category. Spirit, now moving forward into the rest of this month, June 2025, please let us know what energies are coming towards our group 3 in the area of love or connections, any significant connection of interest or just vibes here. Group 3. I feel like this is a message for some of you that this is kind of just confirming an energy, and then we'll get into the rest of this. Some of you might be in some type of either psychic or long distance communication with someone. It does look like that's going to continue. So they just wanted to say that. Is there another reason or purpose for this message, please? Like, is there like, I don't know, some kind of other outcome, something like that? They said there's room for communication and for, I don't know if it's like some continuation energy where you're meant to continue talking to the person. So this is obviously going to be up to you, but they're indicating that there's room. They keep saying like there's room, there's opportunity to keep that going, to keep the communication going, to speak to someone, to have clarity with someone, to have just whatever, any type of conversation with someone. So that one is specific to your situation. Just take that one as it resonates. But this connection, whatever kind of connection this is going to continue in energy. So you're going to still be connected with someone from afar. Probably it's from afar. And it's probably just going to continue on in that way for the rest of the month too. Until, of course, it needs to change or, you know, something could shift in the following month. Spirit, what else besides this? What energies are coming towards them in love/connections for June 2025? Thank you. Now this could be a separate person. What's the message here? I don't even know what I'm looking at. This is going to be a tricky one for me. I should have probably just cleared the board here. So, okay, first of all, Who is this Emperor card? Someone here is in your energy. I don't know if there's someone who's kind of stubborn that you deal with. I'm sorry for laughing, but I know what that feels like. Yeah, there is someone here who tends to live a bit more in their head space versus their heart space. This person does seem to have some underlying fears and issues really stuck deep in their subconscious that they probably have not addressed. They might know about it, but they may not have actually addressed it and dealt with it to the point where maybe they could even start to heal this. Then what is the message here, please? At least, how does this relate to our group 3, please, Spirit? Well, maybe this person or this situation makes you feel stuck and uncertain. Although I am getting this sort of hint that there is a lot of love here, regardless, right? It's just that this person may not be entirely vocal about it. So what then is the advice? Or is there like an outcome here we need to know about? Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing. I feel like this person and or you would need to really address something within themselves or even between the both of you that has not been previously addressed fully or at all. This is going to be up to you if this does resonate, because it may not. I do feel like there needs to be a very important conversation here. Otherwise, it may continue to be stuck for you beyond this month as well. So, you know, again, this category is not just love, it's any kind of connection that you have. And whether this is a romantic thing, a friendship thing, a family thing, I do think that both sides would truly benefit from actually speaking what's in their heart right now, as cheesy as that sounds, I'm sorry, but that is what I am feeling. There also may need to be some sort of like a collaboration, like let's figure something out, not just for now, but for the long term. There's something important here we have to address. That's what I'm feeling. That's really all I'm getting here. I feel like there could have been this stuckness, or like, I don't know if it's the word stalemate, but I think by the end of this month, for sure, I got a date for you guys. It kind of gave me the date of June 24th for, I don't know if it's for like most of you. If that doesn't end up resonating, you can just disregard that. But they did give me that. So that is right around that end of the month time frame. And we are seeing here that by that time, you're going to have answers. You're going to have clarity. You're going to have, you know, maybe even have made a decision. Whatever the case is, something here is improving for that reason, because clarity is, I think, like more than half the battle. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely feeling someone here coming into their power a bit more, you know, and like, I think having the courage to say something, the courage to address something, say something, or figure something out. And it does feel like there is a disconnect, even though you guys are pretty much kind of vibing on the same wavelength. But it does feel like there is, at this point in time at least, a little bit of a disconnect. So any other advice as to what's going on here? Well, the advice, I mean, it is going to depend on your situation. And since this is a general reading, that's why this is here. It is saying that all across the board, the advice is that you do have to kind of let go of things you can't control and fully surrender. I think you already got that message, right? Yeah, you did actually. Because the thing is, something here wants to happen in a way that is just natural. It truly is as natural as, like, I guess, I don't know, the weather, like the shifts in the weather and the seasons. So something wants to come through here. And if anything, someone's maybe stubbornness or overthinking, something like that, is going to interfere with that. I have seen that if we just leave certain things to unfold naturally without too much of our own stuff in the way, it really does fall into place. It's a beautiful thing. So that is the only other advice. Is there any final messages to any other connections or anything else? I do get the impression that something is just generally opening up for you with like maybe opportunities, you know, for like maybe either repairing things or new connections, because this Five of Cups does show that there's something left to be desired here. Like maybe you're not completely happy with or satisfied with the current situation. Yeah, it could be very heavy, but the good news is that the energy or your guides or even you're working on it, and you are heading to that point. I don't know if this all connects back to what I saw initially. It might. But definitely to be continued, and that happens sometimes in these readings. So if you want, check out any of my other pick of cards that could resonate, just whatever one catches your eye. Or obviously you could do a personal reading, but for now, just keep going with the flow. A little confusing for me, but I hope some of that made sense, because they gave us like a bunch of messages. So the final category is career/finance, depending on what is your current situation. Okay, so Spirit... Spirit, now moving forward into just this month, what energies, please, are coming towards them in career/finance? Thank you, thank you. Okay. It's sort of this similar thing where it does seem like there is this pause, possibly feeling restricted because of a situational thing right now or a timing thing. Or obviously the devil could represent some inner apprehensions, issues, hesitation and whatnot. So let's see what this is, the Six of Wands. Spirit, what's coming towards them, career/finance, please, this month? Okay, so it does look like there is going to be a shift though. So this could happen in about, I don't know, maybe 2.5 to 3 weeks time into the month. I'm a little unclear as to what's changing, but the vibe is definitely changing. So it looks like there's going to be more success with financial security and stability, more happiness and joy in this area of whatever it is you're doing. So if you are working currently, there's going to be more work happiness. If you're not working, there's going to be more environmental happiness. And of course, it could relate to having actual more prosperity coming through, money and abundance and stuff. So what's the message here, please? I think a lot of you are and will be aligning with your actual happiness and fulfillment. And because of that, certain things that were a conflict for you in this area of your life will only now be temporary. It is going to pass through. It is going to like naturally lift or kind of move away, meaning change is coming, positive change is coming. Okay, there's a lot of kings here. What is the message here, please, for their career finance area of life? I mean, maybe there could be some significant energy exchange or conversations with another person this month as well. That's kind of what I'm figuring here. But overall, there is this energy where there's primarily a shift happening beneath the surface of things. So you're going to notice it based on how you feel and the improvement of situations themselves. But in terms of the bigger changes that are coming, that is actually happening in a more subtle way. I think that something is changing and shifting for you in the in the 5D, and then it's going to roll over into changing into your 3D world, but not quite yet. For some of you, August is going to be significant with an observable change where you're going to be like, finally, I have that thing that I wanted. So give it a little bit more time. That's probably why this was here as well, because here it's still a little bit of that lull. Not for everyone, but some of you it is going to take a little bit more time. Anything just for this specific month. I'm sorry if I go outside of the time frame of the topic, but it happens, and I'm not going to just waste a prediction. Like, I need to say it if it comes through. Yeah, I think for the most part, that's it in terms of the major messages. But is there any advice? Because they're just showing you that, again, things are unfolding within divine timing. So they couldn't have made it clearer. Here, your guide, your angel, your the strongest guide here that maybe you tend to work with often, or who tends to give you signs often, did confirm just now that Patience is needed. I know it's our favorite word and thing to do. Just really take it one day at a time and continue to manifest positively. You know, like every single affirmation that you say, for you guys in particular, it is working. So I am feeling that you're doing something with abundance, like an affirmation or like a manifestation having to do with abundance, prosperity. It is working. The only thing is that the timing is not something that we can necessarily directly control. I mean, maybe some of you can, I don't know. But this is something where it's more of like a very delicate, bigger picture where everything, they showed me the gears. Like, so all of the gears need to be working in sequence with each other and in harmony with each other. And that's when the thing is going to come through. So that's why this is not anything we can immediately, you know, we can't rush the process. Do we have any final messages of advice or guidance or anything for group 3, Evil Eye, for June 2025? Thank you, Spirit. Just one more. Yeah, with the 4 of Cups, they did kind of say something like sit tight, you know, just let things unfold, take actions where you definitely feel called to and feel like you're ready to. Some of you, if you don't feel ready to take certain actions, that's just probably your internal compass trying to guide you. But if you think that you are ready, but you're fearful, then, as I usually say, ask the universe and your guides for courage, because that is just so valuable and they will come through. So with the 5 of Cups, this is the same kind of thing. I think that, and similar to what I saw before, it feels like something is left to be wanted, right? So if you do feel like something's missing from your life, if you do feel like, you know, that sense of like you're being weighed down or this sadness, first, know that positive change is coming. You just have to let this come through. And 2, see if there is anything that you feel may be, I guess I'll say like missing from yourself or your relationship with yourself or something like that. Because the truth is that you can begin to feel a more bright and positive energy sooner. But it's more like you're first doing it within your own inner world, and then it extends. That's kind of how I see it. Okay, so group 3, I mean, truly an interesting reading. I kind of lost myself there. I don't even know what I just said for the last like 20 minutes. So let me know if this resonated. I hope that it did. I hope it was helpful, but thank you so much. And if you need a personal reading, the info is below. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe. It really helps my channel's growth. Okay, so thanks once again. Sending you blessings and good luck with everything. I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye. Hey everyone, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 4, which is the cat totem. So I'm going to start off with just I guess like a starting message from the Woodland Wardens deck, and then I'll get into all the detail and categories with the Rider Tarot. Spirit, this reading is for group number 4. Please and thank you, our cat totem group. Can we have just a starting message for them and their month, June 2025? Please and thank you. Spirit, what is the first message that you have for our cat totem group 4? Thank you. Okay. So I do read these for the most part intuitively. So let's see. We have okay, the turtle and coriander, satisfaction. I'm only laughing because I always see that spice in my in my kitchen. So satisfaction, yeah. And looking at the turtle's face, I mean, come on, look at that face. It does look like you're feeling really good about something this month, or you will be feeling very good and satisfied with a lot this month. So it could be the way that things are going, but if you do tend to be more of an internal person, you're certainly going to be satisfied and fulfilled with your own progress, just with how you're creating things as well. So I'll definitely take this as a good sign. Let's look at the whole bigger picture. Let's get all the 3 categories here. Okay, so Spirit, now I'm moving forward into just this month. Please and thank you. What energies are coming towards our group 4 in the area of self? How will they be doing? Wow, okay. So we have the 7 of Swords, the 8 of Cups. Jeez. This is really, really strong. This is a double whammy. I personally like to consider these the 2 moving on cards in the whole deck, and you got both of them in a row. I just don't know what exactly you're moving on from, but I would guess, because of the Seven of Swords, that you're doubly moving on from perhaps an illusion or some, I don't know, it could even be like, the term self-deception kind of comes to mind, but let me clarify, because I'm not sold on that. The Seven of Swords and I have a very funny relationship. It always gets me. It always tricks me a little bit there. Doesn't really want to reveal itself in this. Okay, so you have the Death card. So where are they heading towards? That could kind of help me a little bit here. Where are they heading towards? Yeah, okay. So, you know, this is very odd, because I'll tell you exactly what I saw and felt. This Queen of Pentacles really showed me a mini sort of movie in my head where they showed someone's eyes gently opening up after some weird trip that they went to in sleep. It definitely reminded me of like, I guess like the Inception movie, like, and that's what I think this is talking about, this Two of Swords, because there's a blindfold here. So I think this is one of the cases where the Seven of Swords is not actually talking about illusion. It could be talking about strategy, kind of like what I learned a long time ago was like a strategic exit. That's kind of what I'm feeling here. So with all of this being said, I'm going more based on my feeling now, that you're this month taking these careful, really well-timed and strategic steps towards this, your Ten of Cups, which is, yes, your overall, I'll say your overall happiness, but I'm also, you guys are interesting. This is like kind of blowing my mind because like I'm kind of getting this strange feeling of getting information from two different tracks at once. I don't know if it's like conscious and subconscious at the same time. I don't know if I'm getting info from the 3D and the 5D at the same time, but they specifically showed me two tracks at the same time. That is not something that happens to me usually, at least not to my knowledge. And I don't know why I'm getting it now, but I will take this as a good thing. Maybe it's a little bit of your conscious self as well as your higher self. Maybe it's like you and the universe. If you know what this is, please let me know because I have no clue. But the answer is still the same. This month is a very significant month for you guys with regard to your progress spiritually, meaning your ascension, your healing, your, I guess that's the same thing as like rising in your vibration and your frequency. So that's a lot. You're ready. It's not a lot where it's too much. You're certainly ready. I just didn't expect it to hit me in the way that it did. So for you guys in this month, it is going to probably be paced a little bit better than just this. It was like a burst. What else do they need to know, please, for this month in self, group 4? I am suspecting, too, that there is some type of outside spiritual help coming in. I don't know who this is. It could be a guide. It could be an angel. It could be a psychic connection you have with someone. Again, it could be your higher self. I'm specifically getting the feeling of being supported by and communicated with, like, something with, like, about that. It's a very specific and direct and solid energy. So some of you are dealing with, like, an outside energy spiritually. Okay. I don't know if it's like someone on earth, someone not on earth. So whoever this is really helping you. You know, because like you're doing this part of your work and you're part of, I guess, like, not to say you're part of the bargain, but you're doing your side of things. And then whoever this is an additional being, I'll say, is really, really making a huge difference. Okay. Any final messages for self? So if this sounds a bit kind of confusing and mysterious, yeah, that's kind of the nature of this energy. But again, just know that you're heading in the right direction. Final messages here. We have 10 of Wands, Knight of Swords, and the Devil. They said something about, like, you feel or you have felt that you were held back for way too long. And regardless of your situation and how it unfolds, and even regardless of if you feel ready, you're going to kind of blast right through something this month, which is crazy impressive. Like, I don't even know how this is possible. It's almost like you ever heard the phrase breaking the fourth wall? I don't know how you're doing this. Like, I don't know if it's like that you just made the decision and you just went with it, but essentially what you're doing, or what you will be doing, is you're going to be breaking through almost like an impossible blockage. I don't know. So, awesome. Let me know if that ends up resonating. I see you breaking through chains by the end of this month. Like, I don't know exactly when. I think the other group, I said June 24th, and I think there could be some significant thing happening around that time frame. So for you guys, it's around the same time frame, towards the end of the month. I wanted to say congratulations, but it just sounded weird. But congrats on this. Bravo to you for whatever's like however you ended up doing this, or you will end up doing this. So let me just move on. So that's that. Really amazing energy. So the next two categories, let's see. Obviously it'll be situation specific. Please take what resonates. Spirit, now I'm moving forward into just this month, June 2025. What energies are coming towards group 4? In the area of love or connections, please. Any major themes here? Yeah. Wow, look at that. So initially, I wanted to say with the Ace of Cups that someone's heart chakra is completely blooming, right? So if this is you, obviously you'll know soon, within maybe the next 2 weeks or so. It's a little bit hard for me to say where this is coming from, but someone here is going to be feeling this overflowing energy within their heart space, lots of loving energy coming through in whatever way. And it's also leading into some three-dimensional change as well. So it's not just a feeling, it will also be either an action or a shift externally, and we will be seeing that. Let's see in what way. Something new for sure. This is a new feeling or a new situation, possibly a new beginning, depending on what's going on. Oh my God. The Ace of Wands. Okay, so 3 aces in a row. Wow. Okay, let me just take a second here. Ace, ace, ace. Is that 1, 1, 1? Yeah, that's a 1, right? Yeah. So you might be seeing some repeating numbers too as a synchronicity for you this month, which is always, I think it's always welcome because it helps us to confirm. And for me, it helps me wonder if like, okay, maybe I'm not crazy, right? I think that often. So getting some nice background noise. Hold on. I will take that as the universe trying to get your attention. And right around the same time, I also felt like, it's funny because I've been sitting here for over an hour and I had my keys in my pocket and I didn't feel a thing until just now. I had to take the keys out of my pocket. So for you guys, in addition to seeing repeating numbers and some really blaring signs, right, audibly as well, you might get physical sensations too, to say like, hey, I'm gonna poke you until you notice me kind of signs, right? With the 10 of Wands, I don't know if this, probably it is more of past energy where you maybe couldn't see outside of something for this to come through, or maybe someone in your energy vibe also was sort of blind to something because of a blockage, because of heaviness and burdens. But that's going to change. Spirit, what's going on with all these aces? And another 10. You got it. 1, 1, 1 and 10, 10 right here. So, you have the new beginning cards and then the ending cards all together here. So it's pretty clear. It kind of just depends, though, like I said, on your situation. So if something needed to come to an end, that is going to happen this month for you in a very significant way. I'll say a desired way, because remember, you're happy about the results for the most part, right? And then if it's more so that this was not relevant, but either way, a new beginning, threefold, is coming through to you. Now, I'm fully aware that I haven't really said much, But that's because the universe is going to, they're being mysterious because they are going to surprise you with this, I think, this month, for sure. If for some reason it needs a little bit more time, I would not be surprised by that. That's another piece of the puzzle here, that this is the definition of divine timing. I guess like in serendipity, this is going to happen truly when you're not expecting it. As cliche as that is the truth. And so if you keep thinking about it, honestly, that could delay this process a little bit. So the best thing that you can do, in my opinion, is just to do your thing. Like, forget about all this, which I know is not really possible, but just do your thing. Focus on the day-to-day and just, see what comes through. Now let's see if they give me a hint as to what's going on here. Another card that has to do with ending of previous cycles. But this time we're getting closure. So if your situation okay, you see, little fruit fly just flew in my face. Okay, seriously, your guides and the universe they're going to be relentless in the next month and even like couple months or so. Oh my God, I remember that happened to me. This was a while ago, but I remember like a series of signs and synchronicities came to me years ago, and literally a big old fly was like in my face and it would not leave. And I'm like, okay, this is just rude at this point. And that I believe was sign after sign that day, and something significant, huge happened to me that day. And I wrote it down and it was shocking. I'm sorry again for being so like mysterious and suspenseful, but Spirit, what does this all have to do with? Okay, so yes, for the 4th time in a row, we are seeing that cycles are coming to an end for you, but this is bigger than just a simple situation ending that wasn't working for you. This is a spiritual shift. This is showing that everything is shifting for you underneath the surface of things, and you're going to be stepping into a completely new vibe. With the 8 of Wands, we're seeing here how all the energy is going to actually show up. There's going to be movement. There even could be, for some of you, if it resonates, travel, whether it's you or someone else, or communication. Okay, so at least I got something right there. I am getting this vibe that, not vibe, but like this obvious message here. Someone was quite restricted for a very, very long time. All right. And that's why this is such good news. And I'm feeling the relief. I'm feeling the freedom, the shackles coming off. My gosh. So someone is freeing themselves and really making a huge difference. And this is because of probably some kind of a spiritual calling. Now, in terms of, and I'm sure you're curious how this affects you, right? Because I don't know who's who here. In terms of this area of your life this month, whether it takes just this month or it takes a little longer, we're seeing everything harmonize. We're seeing that the right people or person or situations are coming through to you. Again, the timing could be a bit different depending on your energy itself, your situation itself, but what you're going to see is all of the confirmation of that this month, okay? And the actual manifestation of it in the physical sense this month, depending. So here we have the 2 of Cups. So let's see. Can we get a little hint as to what is going on there? So I did mention the word communication already. Obviously, some of you, this could be a new person entirely. Others of you, if you desire so, it could be someone from your past. It just depends. But what I will point out is that there could be a little bit of someone still making a decision here. It could be you or them, whether this is new or from the past, okay? Someone is still making a decision in regards to their highest good. And I think it's because they're still learning something about their own soul and spirituality in general, but it is happening, okay? Whatever someone needs to figure out here, they are figuring out, again, whether this is you or someone else. Is there anything we can know about just June? Let's wrap this up with June, like what's coming through in just this month. Of course, they give us the Hanged Man. They're not telling us, and that's okay. I mean, at least for me, that's okay, because they're asking you to trust them. Your guides, the universe, divine, higher self, everybody. They're saying, hey, just trust us. We're making it all work out. Just trust us. Okay, so group 4, the one final thing I'll say about this category, this really took me for a loop here. The one thing that is relevant with regard to the timing of all of this, and like all of it's coming through, like I am feeling there is an inevitability factor here. Something is going to come through regardless, right? Because I feel like in a way, either it's destined or someone on some deeper level has already made a decision. So again, whether it's you or someone else, you're heading towards, okay, I just had like a mind gap. I don't know when, but, and I'm sorry that it's not June specific, but whatever is the case, you are heading towards an incredible connection. That is what I'm feeling. So some of you, if you're already in a connection and you feel like, yes, it does resonate for that current connection, that still resonates. If you're not in a connection, and whether it's someone new or someone from your past, this is still going to resonate, okay? You are heading towards an incredible, high vibrational, really insanely bright connection. I literally saw fireworks going, like just, it was just shooting off these golden flares and sparkling lights. So this is making me wonder if this is like, I don't know what kind of connection this is, obviously. This could be anything. This could be whatever you want to call it, like just a soul connection of a high vibration and of a lot of fulfillment, lots of wonderful things. But the reason why the Three of Swords card is here is because there's still something that is kind of blocking the full path. Like if it's an energy channel, I did see that there was a little bit of a clog there. Some energy is still coming through, but there's still a bit of a blockage there. It will be cleared though. I feel that very strongly. So before I lose myself further, let me just move on. So that's that. I lost myself completely. Please let me know what resonated there. I hope it did. I hope it made sense. And if you do need further pick a cards, just check them out. They're timeless for the most part. I have ones that could resonate with this and give you more info. But the final category, Spirit. Now I'm moving forward into just June. What energies are coming towards our group number 4 in the area of career/finance? Thank you, thank you. I think a lot of people are getting this card. This is showing that some things are still kind of growing and shifting and will awaken and unfold. But for you guys, let's see. I'm wondering if this is saying that you're still kind of making a decision. Or maybe you're just still balancing in some way. I definitely think that a lot of you are going to take some ample time this month to really try to figure out what's best for you. Like, what path should I take? What is the best course here? Really trying to use your logical sense as well as your intuition and kind of, I guess, putting it all together. I do trust you will find the best solutions for you this month. You're going to continue to work hard on your goals. I do think that for the most part, things will continue to stay status quo. But what else, please? What else is coming towards them this month with career/finance for group 4, our cat group? So this month, you're also going to be receiving a good amount of spiritual downloads when it comes to this area regarding like the bigger picture, your longer term future when it comes to this. So like, for example, with your career path, if you often felt a bit lost, confused, just uncertain about where you belong and like, let's say your mission, something like that, that is going to shift for you. It's going to take probably a little bit of time, give it like maybe 3 weeks-ish, but that should be coming. And then you will have a lot more clarity. And here you're going to be feeling like you're finally able to speak about something. They showed me the Queen of Swords, where previously it felt like she couldn't open her mouth to speak. It was like, oh my God, like barbed wire or something. But slowly you're coming out of this. So this means you're basically actualizing in your truth, your spiritual truth. So this is huge. Obviously that does affect your career or financial aspect of life, because once we align with our truth, things can begin to manifest and to move forward energetically. Yeah, so definitely lots of psychic and intuitive alignment, subconscious alignment as well. It's almost as if to say here that you always knew really deep within you what was the answer, but I do think that there was a lot of blockages in the way of you speaking your truth. Maybe also some specific throat chakra issues. Could even be like past life stuff too. I don't know. So what else with career and finance this month? Thank you. So a lot of you are going to really make this huge discovery. This month is just a lot, right? So like you're going to be making this discovery about what you truly want to do, what would make you happiest, what you would love to do. Others of you, if you already know that, it's going to be showing through. It's going to be coming through in waves where perhaps there's going to be opportunities to do this thing, whether it's within a job context or maybe even like an event or a volunteer thing or like an opportunity in any way, shape, or form. You're going to be involved with that this month or like even leading into next month as well. And this is going to be something that will essentially sustain you into the future, meaning you're going to want to continue this process. You're going to want to continue that energy. Now, they're not really telling me too much about the actual like financial piece. Like there's no pentacles vibe that I'm getting, like even with these, I'm not really getting the solid vibe. And that is probably because of this, because you're actually coming out of an energy of maybe this here. This is like coldness, or it could be feeling lost, like I said. It could be a complete feeling of like scarcity, or actually like a situation where you're not having enough. So this is still growing. And you are going to, from what I'm seeing here, you're going to grow out of this. You're going to climb out of this. So just, you know, keep moving forward. What else, please, for career and finance this month? Yeah, so with the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands, we are seeing, actually what I saw here directly, it almost felt like a secret was being whispered to you. I don't know who is working with you and your guides, but like it's really, they use the word mighty. It's very mighty. Bottom of the deck, I noticed the Nine of Pentacles. So I believe that for some of you, you're going to be really discovering your longer term, really spiritual purpose path, which is so profound that I couldn't even speak. So some of you, there's going to be some, and let me just speak longer term for one moment. There's going to be some long-term significance with this. Some of you, I flat out saw that it was going to be like, obviously this is going to not resonate for everyone, but like maybe some of you wanted to be like authors or business owners or I guess like maybe social media entrepreneur. Like they're giving me like a bunch of words, but what I'm gathering here is that this is something you're doing on your own. You're building on your own. You're collecting a lot of energy. You're accumulating a lot of energy over time in terms of success. Okay, so that's what this has to do with. I know it's not June specific quite, but that's where this is heading, and that's why you're shifting completely by the end of June, or at least you'll start to, like I said, because of this information coming to you. So anything else in terms of just June? If you do want answers for the shorter term, again, you might find them in my other pick of cards, but for now, it's not showing a crazy shift yet, but we are certainly seeing the growth process live. Okay, so some of you might have a conversation with someone, whether it's like in your personal life or your professional life, where someone is being kind to your wishes. And let's say that some of you want to move on from whatever you're doing, whether it's a project, an environment, an actual job itself, and you're just like, you know, I know what's right for me now. Someone is being very kind and supportive to you, at least from what I can see. I don't know how they really feel, but they're being very kind and supportive towards you, and you're going to be able to move on and feel good about it, and move towards like something that really fits with you in your soul, a dream or whatever that you have. So there's that was kind of random, but hopefully it resonates. Any final messages for their career / financial aspect of life? Thank you. Yeah, again, it just looks like there is some type of like support, collaboration, bright ideas being shifted around. But the one thing that I'm seeing here is that it won't be 100% figured out by the end of the month, which, you know, we can see already, but you're really being set up for that success. Spirit, do we have any final messages of advice or guidance for group 4 in their month of June 2025? Thank you. So 4 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands, and the Sun. Yeah, you really are heading towards an amazing path. right? I don't really think you have to do much right now. You just have to kind of, like, that's it. This is coming. Just be natural and, you know, essentially like your natural, authentic self. And this should come through regardless of anything, okay? So balance, happiness, brightness, high vibration, and stability too, which is really nice, okay? So group 4, yeah, I definitely got lost in those messages. So I hope it made sense. I hope that it was helpful. Thank you so much, and sending you many blessings. If you want a personal reading instead of this general one, the link is below. And if you are new here, you can feel free to subscribe, as it really helps my channel. Thank you again, and I will see you next time, okay? Take care. Bye-bye.